SACL, C-A-I.
They collect with respect.
Dave Ridley here, reporting in from Nashua, New Hampshire. It's outside the Crown Plaza Hotel, where inside the New Hampshire Liberty Forum is taking place. Inside, folks are getting ready for the big speech. The first of 3 big speeches, actually. I think it's 3 total keynote speakers. Now here are 3 of the unsung heroes of the Liberty Forum: John Maltz and Krista, and also Chris Lawless. Those folks have been involved in a lot of volunteer work to put this together. Karina Goddard here, she's president of the Free State Project. Probably in part because of her successful running of the last Liberty Forum. The last Liberty Forum was a big gamble. Free State Project pumped $30,000 into it, and there was no real reason to believe they'd get it all back, but they did. But not necessarily in hard money. Like this. This is hard money. And the man who developed this, the Liberty Dollar, will be speaking tonight. I'm sitting here with Alex from Concord Community Cable. How is that said again?
CCTV.
Okay, so Alex is not only a young person, but also a local, native New Hampshireite, correct?
Yep.
And what brought you to the Liberty Forum today?
Our show's doing we're actually going to film bits and pieces of the Liberty Forum and show it on the show for the next couple weeks and use the footage, see how it flows with the show. NH Capital Access is the show.
Well, now, how is how have you been affected by this this sort of famed Free Stater migration into New Hampshire?
I didn't really know about it at first, but now, ever since I got involved with the show, I can really start to get inside a part of politics that I didn't know about before. Not many people knew at first, but since the word's really getting out there, people are like, "Oh, you're a libertarian. I know about that." So it's really growing, and it's nice to see I'm a part of it and stuff.
All right, thanks, Alex.
No problem.
Welcome to the Liberty Forum.
Thank you. Bye.
I know that a lot of people came here, and it's kind of funny because when I jumped up on stage, I noticed that there was a jingle in my pocket.
All right.
You guys, it's not silver. Or as my son calls it, the real money. Give me 6. So I wanted to come up here and I said, we have a speaker who's been in the news a lot recently, and a lot of his things were, and I'd like to use the word stolen, and actually some of my things were stolen as well. Mine too.
Mine too.
A show of hands of whose money was stolen. You guys are a good group. And I was all excited. I've been corresponding with him. I've read about him certainly, and I had a great expectation that I was going to introduce Bernard von NotHaus tonight. And you guys may know that things have happened in his life, and I do have some bad news for you. He will not be speaking tonight. And I had a rough day today. I'm running around, and I had to go get a new speaker. And I got a speaker that I think it's going to be good. And what he's going to do is he's going to give you, well, he's a crusty old veteran. I don't know how else to tell it. He's from the American Revolution.
You didn't get enough in the front? Okay. Whoa! Yeah, that's a dangerous weapon. All right. Whoa! Whoa! All right, as I was saying, death to fiat money. They called me Captain Rough Seas during the American Revolution. So before we get started, I'd like for all of you to join me in a quick silent prayer. Now, you don't have to bow your heads, but just close your eyes and ask our eternal Creator to bless us and the Liberty Forum as they blessed the original Founding Fathers.
Now, a little background for those of you who are uninitiated about what's going on in there. That's Bernard von NotHaus. He is the monetary architect behind a private currency known as the Liberty Dollar. Now, last month, he was raided by the FBI and all his Liberty Dollars were stolen. And the Liberty Dollars backing the certificates that those people own were also stolen by the federal government. So everybody in that room in some form or fashion, well, many people in that room were victimized by the federal government. That's why they were so wound up in there. Von NotHaus has vowed to continue minting this Liberty Dollar, his private currency, a silver-backed currency, despite federal threats to arrest him. I guess I should point out that the Liberty Dollar doesn't have any official connection with the Free State Project, but each organization tends to be sympathetic toward the other.
What happened after that? Oh, things really picked up. You had 500 years of the Middle Ages. Oh yeah, we can call them medieval times and romanticize them. They were only better because we were all serfs living on somebody else's property and we had enough to eat. So in comparison to the Dark Ages, oh yeah, the Middle Ages were really much better.
Well, NotHaus is saying he worries that's what could happen to the United States if we have a monetary collapse. I may have more to report on von NotHaus' situation in my next installment, but for now, it's time to remind you that this edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by SACL, CAI. Not only is SACL an outstanding contributor and sponsor of the Liberty Forum, they are a collections company that does collections a whole new way. They know that not only do you want your money, you want to keep your customers. SACL, CAI. They collect, well, they collect with respect.